sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Good Feeling One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, I was going to do an NBA live stream, but our last stream went longer than I expected. But we did talk to NBA towards the end. But we back, Good Fella Sports TV. I'm going to do 2 lengthy NBA streams real quick. And then I'm going to end the night off with a video. That was a topic of discussion yesterday. Somebody sent me links, so just pay attention. Next 3 videos, that's it for the night, unless something, happens. But wasn't the Russell Westbrook video I was expecting to do coming into the day. I usually schedule out what I want to talk about, especially when I got a busy day at hand. But I seen this video and I linked the source in the description. ESPN was talking about pretty much everybody thought that Paul George tried to skirt out on Russell Westbrook, which is true. But apparently, or this is alleged, that Russell Westbrook had tried to leave Paul George hanging. He asked for a trade before Paul George, but Paul George didn't know about it. Then he met with Kawhi Leonard, then he got the lead first. So there are a lot of different aspects here that you kind of can attack this with. They both tried to leave each other hanging. So that's why you got the Paul George or Westbrook to Toronto trade proposal from OKC, because they both had requested a trade. I guess. I know Westbrook did at that point. I believe Paul George did at that point as well. Toronto said no. It was Flair VanVleet and Pascal Siakam. They said no. I think it wasn't as much as it was Pascal Siakam and VanVleet. I think it was that Westbrook contract, and them probably already knowing from inside NBA insiders that they both requested to be out of Oklahoma City. And then you got Westbrook that in Toronto. If you don't want to go from Oklahoma City to Toronto, you want to go to Oklahoma City, probably somewhere not so kind of anal about customs and going in and out, and then they probably take a larger percentage out of your taxes for 41 games a season in Toronto. But that's here nor there, because they have free health care that comes out your wages, if you didn't know that. But Paul George just got accommodated quicker. That's just what it boiled down to. And so it kind of changed the aspect that Russell Westbrook wanted to be out of Oklahoma City, and it kind of was a narrative. And I think a lot of us had the narrative that it's another teammate that don't want to play with Russell Westbrook. And in fact, Russell Westbrook was happy that Paul George stayed, and he threw him a little party. Oh, I'm scared to stay. He signed a 4-year deal. And in actuality, Paul George, his senses, or just, whatever it was, the ask for a trade, him talking with Kawhi, it was right on, because Westbrook tried to lead him. So it wasn't the fact that Oklahoma City tried to shop Westbrook. Westbrook asked to leave. He asked to leave before Paul George asked to leave. But Paul George is a more valued NBA player. We may rank Russell Westbrook better than Paul George, but really, Paul George a nice guy. Even though he going to the Los Angeles Clippers with Doc Rivers, he cheated on his daughter. But a lot of people say it's going to be awkward, but really it's not. Doc Rivers played in the NBA for how many years? You think he ain't never cheated on a girlfriend he had or his wife? Like, it's hard to believe you being faithful and you on the road 82 games a year. Like, it's hard to believe. He was just smart enough to wrap it up and cross his T's and dot his I's, Paul George wasn't, because Paul George got a girl pregnant and he tried to, battle her through court, and pretty much he knew it was cheaper to keep her, so he ended up kind of pretty much wifing her up. I don't know if they're officially married, but it ain't a bad eye candy package. He ain't get an ugly one pregnant, but bygones be bygones. Doc Rivers trying to add to his legacy. He only got 1 championship in Boston, and the whole thing where he didn't want to let Tim Duncan family members ride on the plane. And Tim Duncan was ready to sign Orlando. He messed that up by not letting his family members fly on a private plane with the team. And thus for Tim Duncan went back to San Antonio. He created a great lineage and legacy there. And him and Tracy McGrady could have had that in Orlando, but I think he put that aside, Paul George. But boils down to Paul George is more valuable in today's in the NBA. Okay, Westbrook, people think about it now. The perception it may be false, but Westbrook, Paul George didn't want to play with him. KD didn't want to play with him. He got all this massive contract. He's selfish. He played for rebounds. He played for assists. He played for points. He played for triple doubles. Quite frankly, he has no value. It's as stupid as it sounds. Most people rank Westbrook top 10 player. He has no value. Paul George played defense, seemed to be a nice guy, can be a sidekick, can be a super, can be a star. He can play a star role for a small period of time. Kawhi didn't ask Russell Westbrook to come to the Clippers. He asked KD, Kyrie, and Paul George. And to kind of take it a step further, my original video I didn't get to yesterday idea was supposed to be about what Russell Westbrook, what Kevin Durant and brand ambassador said about him. Randy something, he said that, pretty much you can't win with Westbrook because Westbrook is selfish. Russell is about Russell, and he plays that way. People say he got these assists, and people talk about assists and rebounds and this and that, but I tell people this all the time. I'm watching basketball for 20-something years. Assists don't mean you a team player. It don't. Westbrook don't make the sacrifice. Westbrook play for stats. His ambition isn't championship. When Kevin Durant got that MVP, Russell Westbrook wasn't thinking, I'm happy for Kevin Durant. That probably wasn't his first, second, third, or fifth thought. His first, second, and third thought was definitely, I want to get an MVP too. I don't want people thinking Durant better than me. I'm just as valuable. I'm just as good, if not better, or more valuable than Kevin Durant. That's what he was thinking. And when you're thinking like that, you can't be a winner like that. Westbrook is not going to be the best player on the championship team. And nobody want to play with Russ. Even though he tried to leave Paul George hanging, when you ain't living right, you ain't doing right, or you him in this situation, Paul George can be second and get out there first. So right now for Russell Westbrook, self-evaluation, what can I do better? What can I change? Paul George, Danny Granger didn't have a problem playing with him. He got injured. Nobody in Indiana had a problem with him. Oladipo went to Oklahoma City, and he thanked Russell Westbrook and said, I learned a lot from Russ and didn't have a bad thing to say about him. But he left Indiana. He left Oklahoma City and went to Indiana. And he became a top 15 player, top 20 player. Kevin Durant left. Russell Westbrook got a championship. Multiple. I don't care what you say about Golden State. It wasn't the fact that he wanted to go to Golden State. He wanted to get away from Russell Westbrook. Like I said, his brand ambassador said, I'll try to find that article, link it there as well. Paul George leave Russell Westbrook Oklahoma City, and he get a championship with Kawhi Leonard this year or next year or in the future, and Westbrook still struggling, may it be in Miami, may it be Detroit, New York, Toronto, Indiana, wherever you go, Minnesota, Milwaukee, wherever he choose to go. He don't get the championship or he don't change his image, and he means well. He seems like a really good guy. He take care of his kids. It ain't nothing impersonal about him. He's trending towards, and I hate to say this because a lot of guys are probably right. If this happens, if his career don't go to right, he's trending towards a Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson exit out the NBA. He heading to a Stephon Marbury exit out the NBA. And I like Westbrook, man. I really do. Westbrook old school, man. He can play 82 games. He don't bitch. He don't complain. But it's time for him to step back and just try to be a team player. Still be an all-star. And maybe if you be a team player in the right situation, your image change. You might get a championship. You might make somebody else better. And you might have a better way of living in the NBA. But right now, I bet a pretty penny. I hope I'm wrong. He had it for Carmelo and AI. And I'm talking about Carmelo next video. Carmelo, AI, Stephon Marbury type of exit out the NBA. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. Website, promo code, description. All those links there in the description. One time for the one time. We go.